Welcome back to the Manifestation Podcast. This is Peggy McColl. This session, we're going to be covering off the morning rituals of highly successful people. And during this session, what I suggest that you do is get yourself a pen and some paper and take notes. I will guide you through 4 areas of morning rituals that will have you having highly productive days and have you manifesting with total ease. I'm going to suggest these 4 things to you, but the order of how you do them is really up to you. So it goes like this: T-A-F-I, Taffy. What does Taffy stand for? It stands for tranquil, appreciative, focus, and inspiration. And these are 4 areas that I recommend that you focus on in the morning. These are 4 areas that I focus on every morning. Let's go through each one of them one by one. Let's start with tranquil. You may or may not know this, but the moments when you first wake up, when you're still kind of sleepy, you're conscious, you are awake, yet you're very relaxed, you may still be laying in bed. This is a wonderful time for you to think about your goals or your top goal as a manifestation as if it has already been materialized. Now, here's what I do to make this part of the process incredibly easy. I have beside my bed a little sign that I had made, and the sign asks a question. Here's the question, and I suggest that you write this down. The question is, now that my dream, now you could change the word dream for demand or for goal. So now that my dream is fulfilled, how do I feel? Now, what's the dream that I'm focused on? What is the dream that I'm thinking about in that time? Well, if you've read my book, The Demand Principle, I talk about having one demand or one goal that really inspires you and excites you at the same time. It could be an income goal, it could be a thing goal, it could be a health goal, it could be a relationship goal, it could be any goal that you want. But I suggest that when you ask yourself that question, now that my dream or now that my demand is fulfilled, how do I feel? I want you to think about the one demand or the one goal that really excites you more than any other goal that you have. And in that tranquil time, as you're still laying there in bed, before you jump out of bed, as you're still laying there, that you ask yourself that question, now that my dream is fulfilled, how do I feel? But you really resonate yourself with the answer. In other words, you connect to it emotionally, really feeling as if that goal or that demand or that dream has already manifested in your life. You see, when you're in that sleepy state, it's a state of awareness, it's a state where you are conscious, but it's a very powerful state. And the reason why it is a powerful state is because you are so calm and you're so relaxed. You see, when you're calm and you're relaxed, you're far more creative. This is where you're also open and receptive to ideas, and ideas will come to you as well. I love what Dr. Joseph Murphy says about that. Dr. Joseph Murphy says it is the quiet mind that gets things done. So when you're in a tranquil state, whether you're asking yourself that question and you're just quietly thinking about it and you're just relaxed, connecting to it emotionally, you're going to be manifesting with such great ease. You're going to be getting it done. You're going to be in the state of vibration. You're going to be in harmony with your goal. Also, there's a wonderful book called As a Man Thinketh. And in the back of that book, there's a chapter called Serenity. And he also talks about calmness of mind and how that's such a jewel, and how Genevieve Barand and Thomas Troward also talk about how you can be so relaxed and so far more creative. So this tranquil time in your morning, whether it's the first thing that you do or whether it's something that you do a little bit later, is such a great way to start your day because you become very relaxed. Now, in this tranquil time, you may also do meditation. You may do yoga. You may just do quiet. You might listen to something softly, something quiet. Whatever it is that you do, what I suggest is have and carve out some time in your morning where you're feeling tranquil, where you're feeling the tranquility, and where you're connecting to what you desire as if it's already there. So make sure that you block off time every day for this tranquil time. It's easy to do and easy to apply. The next part of Taffy, T-A-F-I, is the A, and A stands for appreciation. This is where you may have a journal. I have a journal that I keep beside my bed, and I write all the things that I'm grateful for and appreciative of in my journal. I do this every morning, and I will write in my journal things that I appreciate that are in my life already, like my happy marriage or my beautiful home or my perfect health or my family and their perfect health. I'll write down things that I already have in my life, and then I'll write down additional things. I'll write them down in present tense as if I'm appreciating them and grateful for them, but I write them down as if they're already done. So this could be that major goal that you have for yourself, that stretch goal, if you will, that big demand that you've set for yourself. And you write in your appreciation journal or in your gratitude journal what you are appreciative of. Now, some people call it a gratitude journal. Some people call it appreciation journal. I'm recommending it's appreciation here. It doesn't matter. Call it gratitude. Call it whatever you want. I call it gratitude journal as well. I'll interchange those words. But those words, as you can see, are synonyms, right? They essentially mean the same thing. But the idea is really what I'm trying to get across here. And the idea is that you get into a state of feeling this appreciation, and you get into that state early morning. So when I wake up, the first thing I do is I lay there in a tranquil state. I connect to my demand as if it's already been accomplished, and then I grab my appreciation journal out of my nightstand. I keep it right beside me, and I have been doing this for many, many years, many decades, in fact. And I find that what that does is it puts you in harmony with your goal, but it puts you in such a feel-good place. Like, how can you not feel good when you're writing out things that you're really grateful for and you're really appreciative of? All right, so that's the A, appreciation. The next one is focus. What's focus? Well, that's where you're holding an image or an idea with your will. Your will is your mental faculty. And this is the will is something that you want to be really tapping into and utilizing on a consistent basis so that you are manifesting your every desire. So for the focus part of a morning ritual, what I do is I have bank statements, investment statements, sales reports that I have created that are reflective of my goals as if they've already been manifested. So I go to a bank account online, pull off the logo, pull off my bank account numbers, and then I put in the numbers that I desire to see as if they're already there. So it's vividly real, right? When you see a bank logo on your statement and you see your account numbers on your statement, and then you see the goals or your demands as if they're already there. And then with focus, you stare at them and you emotionalize the experience, really embracing that this has already been accomplished, whether it's an investment report, whether it's your bank accounts, whether it's your sales reports, whether it's your credit card statement, your line of credit, whatever it is that you desire, create something, a visual that you could focus on that will have you connecting again to your manifestations as if they're already there. Another thing that you can do for the focus part of a morning ritual is to focus on a vision board. Perhaps you have a visual vision board or a demand board, if you will, where you've put images of you driving that beautiful Lamborghini, or you in front of the dream home that you desire, or you on the beach with your significant other, or you with tons of money all around you. Whatever it is, visuals can help with focus. Another thing that I use is something called a manifestation movie. And manifestation movies is something that you can use as a visual, that you can put in affirmations and you can put in visuals, pictures. Now, what I do with my manifestation movie is I create it in PowerPoint, where I put in all kinds of images with all kinds of statements and affirmations of goals that have already manifested in my life. I have it on my computer, I save it as a movie file, I'll layer it with some binaural beat music, or I'll layer it with some audio as well, maybe blending in my Power Life script. And that is another tool or technique that I utilize every single day to intensify my focus. Now, I've also heard of other techniques for increasing your level of focus. I've heard of a technique where you can light a candle and you stare at a flame for a certain or predetermined period of time. That will increase your focus. I've heard of people putting a dot on the wall and they stare at that for a determined period of time, and that increases their focus. But nonetheless, the idea behind this is that you carve out time every single day where you're intensifying your level of focus, and what you're focusing on are only the things that you desire. All right? So make sure you're doing it every single morning. And then the fourth thing, the other part of Taffy, T-A-F-I, is inspiration. Now, inspiration can be accomplished in a number of ways. I create something called a Power Life script. And I listen to my Power Life script every morning. And when I recorded it, my Power Life script is a written description of me living my dream life. And when I record it with lots of enthusiasm. And so when I plug in my earbuds to listen to it, I feel inspired. It always puts a big smile on my face. But other things that you can do to put yourself into an inspired state is doing affirmations. So I keep pages of affirmations also beside my bed, and I read these affirmations every single day, and they also inspire me. Another thing that I do for inspiration is I do mirror work. So once I'm out of the shower and I'm getting ready, brushing teeth and all kinds of things like that, I'll look in the mirror and I'll say my affirmations over and over and over and over again. And by saying these affirmations over and over again, I find that I get inspired, right? And of course, it's not that you're just saying the words. You've got to really feel it as well. You got to feel it emotionally. It's not enough to just say affirmations. It's not enough to just read affirmations. It's not enough to just listen to a Power Life script or listen to other materials, perhaps of other speakers. You've got to be feeling it and connecting emotionally. You see, for you to manifest your every desire, you must be feeling as if your desires are already in your life. That's how you manifest. So if you're someone who's been regularly listening to the Manifestation podcast, or perhaps you're somebody who has gone over to the Manifestation Toolbox where I've created all these tools, or maybe you're somebody who is a subscriber to my morning manifestation messages that I'm sending out 3 times a week, video messages, whatever it is that you're doing, all of these have been designed so that it invokes emotion, so that you're feeling as if you already have that which you desire. See, that's the secret to manifesting anything and everything that you desire in your life. You've got to feel it. So whenever I'm putting together a podcast, or whenever I'm putting together any of my programs or my materials, I'm always thinking from a place of, what can I give to you? What can I guide you with or teach you that's going to help you manifest with even greater ease? All right, so the 4 parts to these morning rituals of highly successful people, again, are for you to get tranquil. And as I said, you can do what I suggested here by thinking about your dreams, your demands, your goals as if they've already manifested in your life. Or it could be a combination of that along with some yoga, along with some meditation. And then to go into a state of appreciation and do it every day, not once in a while. Every single day, appreciate. Because when you appreciate, your life will appreciate. It gets better. And then, of course, focus. Become better at focusing, of holding your desires with your will. And you can do it by lighting a candle. You can do it by staring at something visual. You can do it by creating a manifestation movie. You could do it by looking at bank statements or looking at a vision board. Whatever it is that you're doing, increasing your focus is a very valuable thing for you to do every single day. And then inspire yourself. Now, there might be some days when you wake up in the morning and you might not have had a great sleep or not enough sleep or something's been on your mind. Do these things every single day, because what they will do is they'll inspire you to get your day started on the right foot. And of course, these are things that I'm suggesting as morning rituals. There are also things that you can definitely blend into the rest of your day. You can be doing these things every single day, multiple times throughout the day if you wish. And what you may want to do is head on over to the Manifestation Toolbox, which you can find at manifestationtoolbox.com, and get the daily discipline checklist. Because what that will do is it's going to invite you to create these rituals as habits. Because when they become habits, you don't even have to think about it anymore. You're going to be doing these things every single day, as I have been doing for many years. So download the daily discipline checklist, write down the things that you're going to do every single day that are going to be taking you in the direction of your goals, and you're going to find that you're going to be manifesting not only easily, but with lightning speed as well. So those are my recommendations for your morning rituals for manifesting every one of your desires. So that's a wrap for this manifestation podcast. But what I'd love for you to do, if you're willing to do this for me, is I'd love for you to tell lots of other people about the morning pod or the manifestation podcast, and also leave us a 5-star review. We'd really love it if you would do that for us. All right. So have fun implementing these ideas. I know they're going to help you. And how do I know that? Because they've made a big difference in my life, and many of the people that I've taught these things to that have also implemented it into their lives as well. So thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the next manifestation podcast.